Then, the sky caught fire. 66 million years ago, Earth was a completely different world. There were no cities, no roads, no airplanes, and no humans. Instead, enormous dinosaurs ruled the land, giant reptiles dominated the oceans, and massive pterosaurs filled the skies. Forests stretched across continents, rivers cut through ancient landscapes, and life existed on a scale that is almost impossible for us to imagine today. For more than 165 million years, dinosaurs had survived changing climates, volcanic eruptions, predators, competition, and countless environmental disasters. They had become some of the most successful creatures Earth had ever produced. But on one seemingly ordinary day, something was approaching the planet that no dinosaur could see coming. Far above the atmosphere, an asteroid roughly 10 kilometers wide was traveling through space at an incredible speed. It had been moving through the solar system for millions of years, but now its path was heading directly toward Earth. Below it, life continued as usual. Tyrannosaurs searched for prey across ancient plains. Triceratops moved through forests and open landscapes. Herds of plant-eating dinosaurs searched for vegetation, while smaller creatures hid among the trees and rocks. There was no warning system, no way to escape, and no creature on Earth understood what was coming. Then the asteroid entered Earth's atmosphere. It became brighter than the sun, crossing the sky like a massive ball of fire. And then, it hit. The asteroid struck near what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, releasing an unimaginable amount of energy in a matter of seconds. The impact created the enormous Chicxulub crater, more than 150 kilometers wide. The ground violently shook, shockwaves raced across the planet, and enormous tsunamis traveled across ancient oceans. Rocks were vaporized and blasted into the atmosphere, while huge amounts of dust and debris were thrown high above the surface. For anything close to the impact zone, survival was almost impossible. But the most devastating consequences were still coming. The material launched into the atmosphere began spreading around the planet, blocking a significant amount of sunlight. The world became darker. Temperatures dropped. Plants that depended on sunlight began to die, and once the plants started disappearing, the food chain began collapsing from the bottom up. Herbivores struggled to find enough food, and predators soon faced the same problem. Ecosystems that had remained stable for millions of years were suddenly being destroyed. This was not simply one enormous explosion. It was a global environmental disaster that continued long after the asteroid disappeared beneath the Earth's surface. Watch full video, link in bio.